And we are back with another edition of the Heroes of the Week show. Today we are starting a bit earlier. I hope you guys don't mind. I hope you don't mind either, Noop.
Oh, I'm buzzing. I don't mind it either, and let's go.
Let's go. All right. So, what do we start with? As usual, it should be Team of the Week. Oh, maybe I should start with encouraging our viewers, in case they're watching, to join us in the comments and tell us your Team of the Week, Hero of the Week, Villain of the Week, Takeaway of the Week. Yeah. And also, and this is compulsory, press that like button. Let's go for at least 7 likes. We need at least 7 likes. Okay. We're gonna aim higher later. But let's keep it 7 for now. 7 likes will do. Thank you, guys. Thank you. We appreciate it. Team of the Week.
All right, so I'll go first.
Yep.
For me, my team of the week will be FC Barcelona for their unbelievable form and for having that great result in the UCL. And they have been the best team in top 5 leagues in the world.
Okay.
Or in
Could you
Europe.
remind us what happened in the Champions League?
So they played against Cervena Zvezda, if I'm not wrong.
Oh, come on, mate.
I know.
It's
a
just
UCL.
Cervena Zvezda. Is it Serbian team?
Serbian, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Well. Honestly,
they are a good team, but like this is the team Barcelona should be beating, right?
They should be beating, but they played very well and they scored 5 goals, although they considered 2 of them, but they were silly goals. But yeah, it's a UCL game. It's as important, and especially now when you have the league table, every single thing matters because it will go down to the most minute details. And if you go down, but yeah, like
so
for me,
you like Barcelona, right?
I do.
You supported Barcelona even before you supported Arsenal. Am I right?
I would say it was on the same time because I started supporting Arsenal because of Arsene Wenger. Like I read his story and then I saw his philosophy. I mean, back then I was really young, so I really admired him. Like, wow, this is like an ideal coach for me.
Yeah.
And then Barcelona, it was because of how they played football, how the team was, and then you have the great Lionel Messi and other great players in the fellow positions.
Not many people could resist that, to be honest. So I completely understand. It was really tempting.
But
in the recent years, it has been Real Madrid, right, dominating the league, winning the Champions League.
Yes, well, on paper, yes, but let's not forget how they win their games. Let's not forget how they are. So yeah, well, I know in the end, history always remembers the winners. But look, this is the thing. History doesn't decide who's good, who's bad. History only decides who's the winners. But yeah, anyway.
That is true. Okay, my team of the week will be slightly less boring, I would say. Slightly more boring. I meant slightly more boring.
Okay.
I wouldn't dare to suggest that your pick is less interesting than mine. But I'm going to go for Newcastle. Okay. And the reason being because I think they won quite a big game. It was, in my opinion, a 6-pointer against Nottingham Forest away from home. And it seems to me like Newcastle's form has been picking up lately. I don't know if you've noticed it as well.
I have.
They have been playing pretty well in the recent.
And I'm happy for them. In fact, because like for someone like Eddie Howe, who's arguably the best English manager, if I'm not wrong, it's been a while because there were rumors that he's going to be sacked. There were even rumors of Jose Mourinho joining Newcastle.
when it comes to Jose Mourinho, there are rumors of him going everywhere.
Everywhere.
you
I
can
know.
imagine.
It's just that Newcastle, they had a terrible form slump, and then, you know, it's been a while, and they are a team that one should admire because of where they were, and then when they dipped, and then of course you had the Saudi takeover, but I
Yeah,
don't think it influenced that much. It was more about the team, the manager, the coach, the playing style,
fair
and
enough.
and they defeated Nottingham Forest, which are known
3-1.
for.
And if you look at
Yeah,
the stats, and as we
yeah,
know, stats
yeah.
don't lie, they
Mhm.
were the better team, because sometimes you have these wins that like smash and grab wins. It's not one of those. It looks
And
like,
before,
I have to
Mhm.
be honest, I didn't see the game, but
Yeah,
according to the stats, and if I look at all the results, this one kind of stands out to me. Obviously, the City defeat, but I don't want to make every single week the team that beats City the team of the week. So, because I did it last week. So,
also like Forest has been really great defensively, and I think
yeah,
before the game versus Newcastle, they were third in the table, if I'm not wrong. So
correct.
it's a big position.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So we can actually look at the table if you don't mind. I'm going to present it. Share my screen. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, you should be able to see it now. So we've got Liverpool sitting in the first place comfortably, 5 points clear of Manchester City,
Mm,
which is quite a lot. Manchester City, obviously, they have two league defeats, 4 defeats in a row in
yeah,
all competitions, which is unheard of. It's unprecedented. I think it's the first time for Guardiola it ever happened
yeah.
at Manchester City. We understand it's the injuries, but
I think it's in his whole managerial career, if I'm not
yeah.
wrong.
Now look at this Chelsea, because obviously we watched this game, Chelsea Arsenal, right, which finished like 20 minutes ago, maybe more than that, right, 1 hour ago. And so those two teams shared points in this derby, and that didn't help any of those two teams, because now Nottingham Forest and Brighton, because Brighton beat City. Look at this, 4 teams on 19 points. And then Fulham, Newcastle, Aston Villa on 80. Oh my God, this is going to be crazy. This top 4 battle.
I mean, it's still
If-
early in the season,
yeah, but
but yeah,
look how close everyone is. Even
I
these
know, I know.
teams, even Tottenham, Bournemouth, Brentford, even United started winning now.
Yeah, we'll see if things are going
I'm
to
not
show for
gonna talk
more.
about West Ham. West Ham is not good, I'm afraid.
Mm.
But yeah. Okay. All right. What's nobody's saying anything in the comments? Guys, tell us your
Come on,
team of
guys,
the week.
speak up.
Come on, guys.
You can.
we we
It
we
doesn't
know
have
you're
to be
watching.
any. It doesn't have to be Europe specific or like top 5 leagues in the world or even Premier League specific. Just talk
Yeah,
about your local club. We would love to
exactly.
hear about that. In
Exactly.
fact, we would even love to pronounce your local club's name.
Nope.
Yeah.
If I still played for Verboval Hota,
Mm.
believe me, I would choose the team of the week, Verboval Hota.
I
But
mean,
I have already hung up my boots, so I'm not gonna go for that. No. Nobody knows where Verboval Hota is anyway, but it was the village I used to play for, guys. Okay. My last team. And Rup knows because he visited a few of my games.
yes, I have. It's a
Okay,
fun club,
you
and
saw me just before my retirement. You saw me in my worst form ever. I no longer scored goals. I was no longer an important player for the team. But at least you can say that you saw me. You saw me in a game.
yeah, I was really glad to see Zdeniak play for a
Hmm.
professional club
Hmm.
or some level. He was really great as a center
Yeah.
midfielder, a true genius. Like he could dictate the tempo, and
Thank you, Nrup. Yeah, I think let's move on. Yeah. Okay. All right, hero of the week then. You want to go first? Shall I go first?
yeah, I'll go first. For me, my hero of the week will be Joao Pedro for giving Pep Guardiola his fourth defeat in a row, and for 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 stealing some more points from City, and for keeping us a bit more closer
Yeah.
and making things more interesting, perhaps. And
But now it looks
it's
like
been a while.
it's a crisis for City. Like it's almost like anyone can beat them now. Sporting beat them, Bournemouth beat them,
Yeah,
Brighton beat them.
you never know, but yeah, well, they're still the favorites in the UCL and in the Premier League. So
They are. They can turn it around.
kudos to Joao Pedro.
They still have Pep. Yeah. So okay, Joao Pedro, nice one. And my hero of the week is going to be a surprise to everyone. I honestly, I would never ever believe I would name this player hero of the week ever, and it's Bruno
Wow.
Fernandes.
Oh no.
No, it has to be him because okay, they beat Leicester. I know it's not the best team in the world, but I think it's important for United to start getting some points. And now that they have obviously Ten Hag had been sacked, now they have the interim manager, I believe, Ruud van Nistelrooy, the ex-United player, another Dutchman, and they're waiting for Amorim, right, from Sporting
Ruben
Lisbon.
Amorim. Yeah.
Ruben Amorim from Sporting Lisbon, who has already said his goodbyes by beating Manchester City in the Champions League. So I think that will be a great appointment. And Bruno Fernandes, I mean, he's showing his future employer or his future boss, his future gaffer, that he has what it takes by scoring 1 goal, making 2 assists, a lot of points in fantasy if you own Bruno Fernandes. And I have to say this, yeah, I'm gonna brag here a little bit. I bought Bruno Fernandes right for this game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Also, I remember, I think sometime after the game, I saw one of the Instagram posts about him, and that was when Garnacho scored the goal. He wasn't really keen on celebrating it because of how
Mhm.
United's form has been, and how they should celebrate much bigger things. And Bruno, I think he, as a captain of the team and as a senior player, he went on to tell Garnacho to celebrate with the fans so that everything there's more positivity. And I think yeah, it's quite, you could call it a heroic way or some sort of a uh, leader behavior by him.
Mhm. Yeah,
So yeah, I think your call has been fair,
I think so too. Yeah.
but
I mean, yeah.
I still don't like him. Yeah.
Don't get me started. Like, I don't like his behavior. It's a bit off-putting, if I'm honest. Like the way he sort of moans and complains to the referees and dives. I know Manchester United fans don't like to hear this, but what sort of proves that he is a bit like that is the fact that we all agree on this. Like, all fans of all other teams agree on this, right? You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
if he scores goals and makes assists like that, he's an amazing player, honestly. But just if he could just get rid of that part of his game, it would be amazing. Mm.
Well, I hope Ruben Amorim doesn't bring that part from him, because even he is coming from Sporting.
So it's like a Portuguese. I don't know.
No, I'm
It
I'm
might.
saying it's probably a Sporting thing, because
Oh,
even
okay.
Ronaldo used to have his moments.
Yeah. But Bruno is like an expert, I would say.
I know. I'm just saying, like, maybe it's the philosophy
There
of
was one
the
more.
club.
What was his name? Costa, right? Remember Costa, the Chelsea
Rui
player?
Costa,
No, what was his name? Diego Costa, right?
defender,
The Chelsea player.
Diego, yeah, the
He
striker.
was also like a bit.
Yeah, well, I think he was a bit airheaded, and yeah, he was a character. He was like a Brazilian version of Balotelli.
Yeah. Did you? Speaking of Balotelli, this morning I saw a video of a young Foden,
Okay.
and they asked him they asked him a question of what he thinks of Balotelli, and he said something along the lines of, "He's a good player, but his behavior, he should tone down his behavior." I'm paraphrasing. I don't remember exactly, but it was pretty funny because you saw this young Foden, and he had he might have been like 10 years old or something, 8 years old, and I don't know, 10 years old, let's say, and he had exactly the same haircut as he has now. It's like he has never changed his haircut. Phil Foden, and he has this like childish voice, right? Talking about Balotelli. it was in the time that at the time that Balotelli mattered in football, which hasn't been for a long time now. But nobody has forgotten him. Yeah, I would say he's one of the jokes of the football history.
Unfortunate jokes, yeah.
Yeah.
Great potential, the great potential.
Yeah, like there were some moments, but he didn't really live up to his full potential. That's for sure. Yeah. All right. This one has been hard for me. I have to be honest with you. I didn't know who to pick. So in the end, I went for Rodri, who didn't even play. And the reason being because it's his fault that the fact that he's not playing, that the fact that he's injured, he has weakened his team so much that they now lost 4 games in a row, Manchester City. So that is why Rodri is my villain of the week, despite winning the Ballon d'Or and all that. It's a silly choice. I know. I just didn't know who to pick, so I'm going for Rodri. Yeah.
Okay, well.
But he's great. He's amazing, of course. But he's my villain of the week. Yeah.
Fair enough. It's just crazy how times have changed. Like Bruno Fernandes is your hero and Rodri is your villain. I mean,
remember like 2 years ago when we used to just name Maguire in every single week. Those times are long gone.
Maguire, referees, and
VAR.
Oh my God, VAR.
Yeah. VAR has been relatively good in the recent weeks, I think.
Yeah,
no?
Well, I think it has toned down a bit. Like it hasn't been that controversial.
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it.
Don't jinx it. Yeah, man. You never know. I mean, but well, I think VAR has been toned down in my opinion. Like
the shining light, the shining beacon of the Premier League.
So yeah, that's I'm not sure if that's a fair call to call Rodrigo the villain of the week, but I've got mine.
Joke. It's a joke.
I've got
Take
mine.
Take it with a pinch of salt. Nope.
I will. Yeah, so for me, it's got to be Kylian Mbappe.
Of course, yeah. But he's been a villain of the month, not week, of a year, of the year.
For many people, it's just that I haven't called his name in a while, and I think it's the right moment, more or less.
What happened to him? What happened?
So, one reason would be his adaptability in the Real Madrid team. He just hasn't been good enough. The ex-Madrid players has been telling him to shift to left wing, or like they criticize him.
Is he played out of position then, or?
Yes, because even when playing for Madrid, or I think during his early Madrid days, he had an interview, and then in the interview he said that his strongest position is left wing, but he's willing to play. Yeah, I think that's all he said. I don't think he said that he's willing to play anywhere. But
wait, is it where this Vinicius Junior plays then? That's why he's not there. Yeah. Okay.
And at the moment, I think Vinicius Junior, he's the best player for the club and for that position as well, like among the best, I think.
Yeah.
And it's just that I don't think.
Could it be because he is used to being the best, like in the French team? We saw what he did in the World Cup. He's used to having this like strong position in the team, and suddenly there's this Vinicius Junior. It's like it's a bad sort of influence for him, right? This
don't know. I don't know.
competition. Could it be that or no? No.
I don't think so. I think it's a good.
Okay.
I think it's a good influence for him, so that he can humble down. He can stay humble.
Can he ever do that?
I don't know. I think he needs Haaland to tell him to stay humble. But yeah, I just love that quote. I mean, I'm gonna say it for
Who
as
did he
long as
say
I
it to? Who did Haaland say it to?
Arteta, after the
When?
2-2, after the 2-2 against
I can't
against us.
remember. Yeah, I
So
can't
after the
remember.
game, he went to
Stay humble.
Arteta and he just said, "Stay humble, eh?" And
Mhm.
Arteta was shocked. He was just stunned. And even Gabriel Jesus came to Haaland, his ex teammate, and just said like, "What are you speaking? What are you speaking?" And then, yeah, I don't know. It's just
It's too
like you
much.
don't
Yeah.
expect. It's too much. I mean, come
The
on.
amount of disrespect towards
And ever
Arteta.
since then, he's had a slump. He's had a
That is
drought.
true. So we
Yeah,
know the reason for it. Yeah. Mhm.
I just love. I just always find it funny. Ever since then, I've been saying, "Stay humble, eh? Stay humble, eh?"
Stay humble, eh? Mm.
Anyway, so
All right.
yeah, the main reason was regarding Kylian Mbappe not being selected is that he's been not selected. The main reason for me to select Kylian Mbappe as my villain is also that he's been not selected for the upcoming friendly or whatever you call Nations League or
No.
whatever.
It's not friendly. It's the Nations League.
Yeah, well, semi-friendly, I guess.
No, it's not. It's a You can get to the. I know you hate it, but I went to that game in Poland and I loved it. Poland,
know.
Ukraine, Ukraine, Czech Republic. It was great,
Yeah,
and
it's good.
you
Cool.
can get to the World Cup through that as well.
Mhm.
There is a path. So don't underestimate it.
Sure. But yeah, apparently there has been some sort of. I think Kylian Mbappe is losing the dressing room in France, perhaps more than Madrid, and there has been some sort of a rift between him and Deschamps, who is the current coach of.
And he's also good at that, Deschamps, isn't he?
Is good at what?
No, he has had these sort of bust ups in the past, hasn't he?
I don't remember. I'm not
He's not
sure.
afraid to like
I mean,
leave
he's
out
had a
some players, right?
yeah.
That's
I
what
mean,
I mean.
for example, like he's had a problem with Benzema,
Right.
and in the past, and then he called him back, and then again he
Yeah.
threw him back after the FIFA World Cup. But yeah, well, I think something is stirring up, and I don't think this is a good influence considering
It's
what
a storm is coming. Nope.
yeah, a storm is coming. Apart
It's
from
brewing.
winter,
A storm is brewing.
yeah, a storm is brewing, and I just hope that it's for the sake of football and not for the sake of I don't know celebrity nonsense. So yeah,
Yeah. Well,
Kylian Mbappe.
if he's not playing well, he can always go to the Saudi Pro League or something. He can like
You know
Neymar
what?
went there,
You know
Ronaldo
what?
went there. So
I don't mind. I don't mind him coming to Arsenal. I think Arteta is a good coach to fix him. I think Arteta can fix him.
okay, but remember, Arteta has to stay humble in the first place.
That's
So
the problem.
staying humble doesn't equal wanting Mbappe in your team, in my opinion.
Fair enough.
Anyway, nice one, Roop. Nice one. I like that. Okay. I've got a funny one, but let's hear yours first.
I would like to hear yours. It's a funny one, so let's
It's-
keep the momentum.
It's funny for me, which doesn't mean it has to be funny for all of you, but
Sure, sure.
it was a funny moment. Yeah. So I watched the entire Chelsea Arsenal game tonight,
Okay.
except for about 20 seconds when, for some reason, I decided to take out trash. So I live in this apartment on the 7th floor, and
Okay.
I can leave the apartment and just there's literally it's like 10 meters away there is a door which I open and I put the trash in, and they always like take care of it, the building, the people that work here. 20 seconds I was away, not watching the game, and that's when Arsenal scored, so I missed the goal. So my
damn.
takeaway of the week is don't take out trash when you're watching a football game. It doesn't pay off.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
well,
was painful. I mean, it was. I was glad, of course, to see. I was watching the replay, but yeah, to see the goal in real life is a different experience, isn't it?
well, it is. Um, don't you have like I remember seeing some buildings, or I remember visiting my friend's building, and in the apartment there are these sections, especially in the kitchen, where you just drop the trash, and
Yeah,
then the trash automatically falls into some common area. Yeah, I
it
think I
sounds like
think
science fiction to me. What's
not
that?
really. Apparently,
What?
apparently that's how it is in
That
many American mega cities as well.
that sounds like a place where you would have so many rats and cockroaches and stuff like
As
that.
well,
Like,
as well, true
uh,
that. But it's just that I found it really interesting, and I thought your building might have it as well.
no, but it's something I've never seen before. There's a room and there's a dustbin inside the room. The small room. The only thing you find in that room is a dustbin, not
No,
even a big one, like the generic
I
size
see,
of it,
I see.
and that's where you throw it, and they just collect it. I think like
Mm,
several times a day, even it's the cleaners or whoever does that. And so it's a quick procedure, especially if your door is literally next to it.
mm,
But then don't do it during a football game. Yeah, no.
mm.
So what do
Fair
you
enough.
have for us?
So for my takeaway of the week should will be I saw the team of the week for the latest UCL match day, and it surprised me because Barcelona scored 5 goals, and Julius Koundé, apparently by many people the best right back or full back in all the leagues.
Hmm.
He had 3 assists, and
Yeah.
he wasn't there in the team of the week. And instead of
How
him,
dare they? How dare they? So
instead of
so so what is this? UEFA Mafia or what is this?
well, I guess because instead of him, it was who was it? I forgot the name. There was some player who scored the goal, the only goal.
Hmm.
Uh, UEFA UCL. Oh yes, it was Nahuel Molina from Atletico Madrid who scored a goal
Hmm.
for their 2-1 victory. I think he scored the winner, but anyway,
Yeah.
doesn't matter. I mean, you know, for a defender, he had three
Nope.
assists.
This is
Yeah.
outrageous. Outrageous. It's a
Because
scandal.
in my opinion, such things matter because where the credit is due, you must show it. And
That is
Julius
true.
Koundé, he's been underrated this season, in my opinion
Three
as well.
assists is
He's
a
one of
lot,
the
yeah.
best
That would be a lot for a midfielder, for a
for
playmaker.
the.
But
No, he's a fullback,
yeah,
Julius Koundé, and he's a right back on top of that. And on top of that, he
hmm,
plays for Barcelona, which is full of
which is
attackers and
yeah.
beautiful midfielders. And having such individual achievement,
What you
just
mean? For like good looking or like
sorry,
it's a beautiful midfielders, like good looking,
beautiful as
good
in
look.
like play. No. I mean style of play
Oh,
and
sorry. Okay.
joga
Something
bonito, the
for I
beautiful.
thought it would be something for ladies watching this. I don't know how many ladies watching this show we have, but if there is at
And
least
to,
one, this might be for her.
please don't judge my vocabulary. I sometimes get over
No, I'm
passionate
joking.
when
I'm
it
not.
comes to
It's
football.
it's nice. It's nice. I'm
It
just
is,
trying
it is.
to
No,
keep
I
it
know, I
light.
know.
Just trying to
It's for
keep
the
it light.
fans, it's for the
Yep.
supporters, it's for the viewers, it's for the commentators who comment.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Or don't sometimes.
yeah,
Today.
for me,
Anyway.
I think such players they need some sort of limelight because it helps them increase in their confidence, and it also it's like a sign of credit.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. No, that's a hat trick of assists. That's always. I would love to get that. I don't think I ever will again. So maybe
Mm.
in a five-a-side football or something.
It's just that I
Or
just don't get it. How do they select the team of the week? I mean, come on, based on what? Again, some sort of some corrupted journalist, I guess, voted for Nahuel Molina. I don't know.
nope. Yeah, it's fine. Next week they will fix it. Maybe.
Well, they won't be next week because we have 2 weeks of international break.
Yay!
So
Yay! We're still doing
unfortunately,
we're still doing our show, right? I hope
Well,
so.
sure. I mean, let's see who do we watch. I'm not looking forward to watch
Yeah,
India.
you don't support the Czech Republic team at all. I know from your comments, from
Not
your
at all.
messages. You lived in the Czech Republic. You studied there, but you don't like us. You don't like the Czechs.
Well, no, not really. Come
We
on.
are too patriotic, in your opinion. Anyway, this is an inside joke, or
Yeah.
anyway, let's move on. So we have the
To know the
vocabulary of
joke, please comment.
yeah, any comment will do at this point, because we have literally 0 comments right now, so anything will do. Remember when I was speaking about Bruno Fernandes, and I said that I made him my hero of the week, and then I said that he showed his future manager that he's a good player. Obviously, it doesn't kind of need to do that. He's the captain, and he's always been good. And I think he will play a prominent role even under the new manager. But he showed off his skills under the future manager. And then I use the word gaffer. Gaffer is a synonym of manager. Gaffer.
Okay.
It's a British kind of slang, an informal expression. Gaffer. It's quite a nice one. I like it. Gaffer. 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 All right.
Yeah,
And that's it, I guess.
That's it. Any comments? Perhaps no. No reactions. Not today. I guess.
Maybe
Maybe
Noop, maybe we need to improve. We need to improve the show. We need to be funnier. We need to be more objective.
Or perhaps we need to invite some huge investors, guys.
Maybe we could invite Mbappe, maybe, because he is now left out of the international games. So,
but the problem is that he's expensive. I mean, I sometimes call him M-PayPal because of how money-minded he is. I mean, not that he doesn't deserve it. It's just that
okay.
Anyway.
Well, if we can't get him, let's get Balotelli at least. He will be less expensive.
Fair enough. Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong with him on the show?
I don't know. He could break things.
Just Google 50 things that Balotelli did. There's a video on the YouTube channel, including shooting darts at his teammates and not being able to put on a bib and stuff like that. Anyway, guys, I think we will leave it there. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed what we did here today, and to support our channel. Thank you very much for watching, and thanks, Noop, for coming along.
See you, mate. Thanks, everyone. Potential viewers. Cheers. Take care. Bye.
Bye.